This vlog is a 365-day experiment. I am vlogging every day for a year, documenting the behind the scenes of growing my business, starting and growing my business, as well as the behind the scenes of growing my personal brand in the health and fitness industry. Today is a highlights video. Once a week, I post a video kind of reviewing the past week, talking about what I learned over the past 7 days. Day 57, 58, 59, it's day 60, 61, 62 is day 63, and today is day 64. I'm so excited to be here. It's time for another highlights, lessons learned, highs and lows of the week. The highlights usually falls on a Sunday like today because it's my day off, actually my forced day off. I'm supposed to take a day off. I normally don't. Like today I've spent most of the morning on my computer and editing. Let's start with the low point of the past 6-7 days. It's interesting. The low point is also in a way related to the high point. So we have been working on setting up the furniture, the look, the vibe in the studio space, and it took way too long. That's the low point. The fact that we were working on it every single day. We bought a bunch of stuff, we returned a bunch of stuff, we moved furniture around, we cleared it off. It just seemed like it was never ending. But on the flip side, we finally figured it out. But looking back, I gotta say I'm pretty proud of the fact that I didn't settle. I did not settle on the setup that we had because I wasn't happy with it. Something just wasn't feeling right. So I kept tweaking it, messing with it until we found something that worked for us. Speaking of highlights, I've got 2 more to share. One, this past week, we hit day 60 on this vlog. I've been vlogging my business adventures for 2 months now. 2 months is really nothing in the grand scheme of things, but still, it's pretty awesome. And honestly, I'm really proud that I've been documenting this process. And the other highlight of the week is that I got to teach my largest sculpt class that I've ever taught. I'm a sculpt instructor at Core Power Yoga. So I just was on this like high all day and just feeling really, really great and excited that I got to connect with so many people. There's some kind of energy when the room is packed, and I love it. I love it, I love it. I thrive off of that energy. I'm just so excited to keep doing that, to keep teaching, to keep learning and growing as an instructor, to keep connecting with my students, and maybe one day possibly learn to teach another format. We shall see. Moving on to the lessons of the week. I guess I already kind of knew this, but reminders are always good, right? I learned that doing more of what makes you happy and focusing on your strengths is golden. That's where the fire builds. That's where the fire grows. This whole like furniture setup and studio remodel process is great because I love the end product, but I don't feel I'm very good at it. It's not my strong point, and it doesn't like feed my fire. It just makes me feel more defeated. This has taken so much energy. I think that's what happens when you're doing something that you're not good at, but when I get to be behind the camera, when I'm teaching, when I get to create, that kind of stuff uplifts me, it energizes me. So the lesson is do more of what makes you happy, do more of what feeds that energy. And of course, there's gonna be times like right now, I have to get through this. I have to set up this studio space. Well, I guess I don't have to, but I'm just really picky about where I work. But I need to get it done. I can't just leave it half done. But once that's done, I am going to just unapologetically go full force on my strengths and focus on doing the things that uplift me and help me grow. On my favorites video, I shared a bunch of stuff from Gary Vaynerchuk because why not? That's gonna be a weekly thing. But I shared a quote that he posted on his Instagram profile about not apologizing for who you are. And this is just something that I want to remember every single day. This may sound silly, but one of this past week, actually, I just completely owned the fact that I am not gonna try to make real plants work for the studio space or for my life right now. These are all fake. All of the plants around the studio are fake. And at first I was like a little embarrassed about it and kind of like, oh my God, this is so ghetto. This is not right. I don't know why, it's just not right. But then I was like, you know what? No, I don't have time to deal with real plants right now. And I'm just gonna own that. And I'm okay with that. It's okay. I know that that's not the most deep thing, and that's probably not what Gary Vaynerchuk was referring to, but that's one of my lessons for the week. Even on those small, silly things, not apologizing for who you are, and it actually works out better in the end because then you don't have to waste time or energy faking the funk. Nobody wants that anyway. Last thing, of course, wrapping everything with gratitude, right? This week we got to enjoy some beautiful, beautiful views, even though there were a lot of frustrating moments with the setup of the studio, with spending time editing, focusing on the things that I'm grateful for. On those small, tiny little things on a day-to-day basis really help get through those tough parts. And speaking of being grateful, Cilantro is not the best office buddy yet, and he is still learning to be in front of the camera. He's still kind of a pain when it comes to those things, but he brings so much joy and light into our lives, into the studio space, especially when we're working and just trying to make it through a long day. Maybe one day he'll be a better vlogging partner, but as of now, we're working with what we got. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow for a regular behind the scenes vlog. It never stops. The thinking, the planning, all the things never stop. It's always on my mind, and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.